Welcome to another episode, everyone. Centinela State Prison, extremely violent, like most prisons in California, or really all prisons, and prisons all around the world. And the Los Angeles Crips and the Up North Corps had a very gruesome, bloody clash. It was all over a dude that we will call Messy. Booby from up north was really running, at least financially, his car. But not just financially. He had plenty of respect as well. Oftentimes you will find the people that have money or the baller in their hood, they don't necessarily have the respect that the gangsters have in the hood. They just known for getting money. But Booby was getting in shipments of illicit stuff. At this time, in the 90s, you can have your packages sent in via your family, your sister, your mother, your brother. They make the packages and send them to you themselves. A 30-pound package could not go over 30 pounds. Tuna, fish, shoes, soap, deodorant. They go to the store, they get all the stuff, they box it up with love and send it to their loved one. But while this was going on, and this is now outlawed, now you have to order a package. You order the items you want from these different companies that the prisons have, and that's how you get your stuff. Your family can no longer send packages, partly because of all of the stuff that was coming in through the packages. People were finding ways to get stuff in through the cans of seafood, take the stuff out, package, stuff the stuff in there, and seal it back up. Vacuum sealing stuff, they put it in the sausages and the pickle, wrap it up and put it in there and vacuum seal the plastic back up. Some people would take out the soles of their shoes, cut holes in the bottom of the shoe, stuff the stuff in there, glue the sole back on the shoe, all this different stuff. People start finding ways to get stuff in. And Booby, at this time, had a cold connection somehow with someone. I wasn't involved in his business. And he was getting in a lot of stuff. Now, the LA car, the Crips, the Bloods, everyone, they had stuff as well. But no one had the yard sold up quite like Booby. Some envy began, I believe, to set in because he's from up north. Who does he think he is? He's getting all the money. He has the COs under his fingertip. And, he's not running the yard, but he's certainly running his car. But Messi, on the other hand, well, I named him Messi because he turned out to be a very messy individual. Messi is running around the yard and he's getting stuff from Crips. One Crip in particular, named CeeLo. He's getting that Beyonce, that dark stuff, that stuff you sniff, that down baby. Because Booby is not getting that in. The only thing Booby is really getting in is that Snoop Dogg. He getting in that Snoop Dogg. Has the yard flooded with that. And he's making a lot of money. But Booby is a good dude, strong in character, intelligent. See, a lot of people think these dudes from up north be soft they're just different and they comport themselves different than individuals from LA. But they're gangsters from everywhere. They're men from everywhere. Men, strong men who will not tolerate disrespect from anyone. It's not just because you're LA. They're cowards in Los Angeles as well. Cowards. And of course, there are a plethora of gangsters men. Anger, misdirected. Violence, misdirected. But men all the same. But this is true for everywhere, on every pocket of the earth. There are men and strong individuals, and you cannot underestimate anyone. And Booby always comported himself as a man. Every time I saw him on the yard, he was respectful, kept a slight smile on his face, was peaceful. But those are the ones that will get violent, the ones who believe in peace. And I think, in my estimation, that the Crips were sort of underestimating the up north core. But now Messi is dealing with CeeLo. And what Messi is doing is getting the product from his celly, Booby, and trading with CeeLo for that Beyonce, that dark stuff, that down baby. He gives him the Snoop Dogg because CeeLo is not getting in the Snoop Dogg. He's getting in the down baby. So he don't mess with that. So he gives it to Messi. Here, man, let me get some of that stuff. Let me get some of that good. Let me get some of that bomb. And he give him that. Fair exchange, no robbery. However, Messi, being very addicted, begins to come and get stuff without giving what he's supposed to give. He doesn't have the Snoop Dogg at the time. And CeeLo been messing with him, so he gives it to him. He's fiending, he needs it, he's withdrawing. Here, man, make sure you take care of me when y'all stuff come in. CeeLo has done this a few times, and Messi, well, he's reneging on the deal. He hasn't given CeeLo what he has coming. CeeLo is also fiending for the Snoop Dogg. He wants his stuff. So CeeLo just approaches Messi and tells him, "You're taking too long. Give me my stuff. Yo, silly got everything. Don't give me the stuff about y'all don't have it in yet. I know he has it. What are you doing?" But come to find out, Messi is also doing this with a few other people. He's trading all kind of people. He has shady dealings on the yard, all to get this thing that he is addicted to. He'll stop at no end. And so Messi's name is beginning to come up as a shady character, a messy individual, someone that you have to be wary of. You can't trust him. Don't do business with him without getting your money up front. This is the word that's going out now. People do communicate in prison so as to preserve their lives. We pass information. But Messi is putting CeeLo off continuously. So finally, CeeLo says, "Okay, I'm just gonna holler at Booby. I'm gonna holler at your boy, y'all big dog, yo Sally, and tell he's the one got the stuff anyway." But Messi doesn't want Booby to know what he's been doing. He doesn't want Booby to know he's been taking this product and trading it for this stuff. Booby knows that he does this stuff in the cell. He's in the cell with him. But he doesn't know how, he's trading his stuff for it. So Messi tells CeeLo, "Man, just chill. Don't tell my celly. I'll take care of it, bro." CeeLo did give it a couple of more days, and after that, he went to Booby. He let the Crips know first what was going on. "I'm finna approach this dude from up north and let him know that his celly is in violation. He owes me and is not paying me. And he's being messy all around the yard, doing stuff all behind his celly's back, and is about to get himself and his whole car in a wreck, in trouble." The Crips, "Okay, that's fine. Holler at him." So he hollered at Booby, CeeLo did, and said just that. "Your celly's playing games with my money, with my product. Booby assured him that he would take care of it. Now, we all know that Booby can take care of it. He's the man. He's the one that has the stuff. He's upset with his celly, is Booby, but this is his boy from the street. He is not about to attack him. But he lets him know he's out of pocket, don't have any more dealings, essentially, with the Crips, period. Particularly without having the money up front. There's tension now in the yard between the Crips and the up north car. Everyone knows what's going on with the situation. All of the Crips know that CeeLo approached Messy Celly, approached Booby, and that Booby said that he would take care of it. But CeeLo is getting anxious and is beginning to feel played. Some say that CeeLo was just envious, upset that Booby had everything sold up and was making all of the money and wanted an excuse to get rid of Booby and Messy and do whatever with the up north car. But others say no, he was just standing on business, that he was upset that this dude was trying to fleece him as far as he was concerned. CeeLo finally says he's not waiting any longer on Messy or Booby. The time is up. The Crips were floating around ideas on how to handle the situation. Whether to attack Messy and Booby, or just the whole up north car. Now, some of the Crips said the up north car has nothing to do with it. To this juncture, they had all been functioning along just fine, getting along just well. The Crips and the Bloods, the Crips and the up north car, everybody's getting along on the yard. Everyone's making money on the yard. Different cars, the head honchos in different cars. So this causes the violence to decrease when money is involved. People don't want to go on lockdown, or they want to make their money. So everything is going fine. So the Crips are saying, no, we're not going to take off on the whole up north car. I fucks with some of them. I got some of the dudes I function with, bro. And they don't have nothing to do with this dude Messy doing this bullshit. So if anything, we just going to attack Messy. But some other Crips were saying, no, this caused a conflict between the Crips. They were saying, no, let's attack all of them, because once we attack Messy, the up north car is not just going to stand by and let us attack their people. You guys are underestimating the up north car. That's what you're doing. You're underestimating them. They're not going to stand by and allow that. Finally, it was eventually decided that they would just attack Messy. Leave everyone else out of it. However, if someone else got involved, then it's going to go up. It's going to be what it's going to be. Well, the day after the decision was made, after Chow, we were walking to Chow. You can walk to Chow at this time in Centinela State Prison. Coming from Chow, it'd be dark sometimes at night, heading back to your building. You walk around the yard on this little track, a whole building of people. So there's a lot of people out there. And it's rare that you will find an upstanding individual in prison without his weapon. Wherever he goes, better to have it on you than to not. Better to be caught with it than to be caught without it. So everyone is strapped. When they release the chow hall to head back to the building, well, Eslo and another Crip attack Messy with weapons. They begin to stab Messy. However, Messy withdrew a weapon of his own. So did Booby. Booby was right there. He came out with a weapon as well. And they began to stab one another. You can't even say who won that clash. Because when it was all said and done, both factions were bloody. Both factions had many wounds and blood everywhere upon their person. Because as they're attacking Messi, Booby came out with a weapon and said, oh, hell no, and started stabbing CeeLo, and they stabbing each other. Messi was able to, figure everything out, maneuver a little bit, and had a weapon of his own. Everyone is strapped. And these dudes, Messi is Messi. He's an addict, which compromises his morals and ethics. At times, this is what happens when you're a fiend. You end up, you steal from your mother, or whatever. You steal it from your brother to go and get your product because you're a fiend. You're addicted. Doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It's this stuff that has you acting this way and being immoral, because a moral person will not steal from their mother for any reason. So to steal from your mother, your wife, your kids, to go and purchase this product, you're being immoral and unethical. But it's the stuff that you are addicted to that is causing this. It's not necessarily the person. The addiction is very strong. This stuff is very strong. But these are still strong individuals. People, I suppose, thought because Messi was a fiend that he was a coward. You cannot conflate the two. These are two different things. Being a fiend and being a coward. And he had some seedy, sketchy, questionable behaviors, did Messi, in pursuit of the stuff that he was addicted to. And people misjudged his seedy behaviors for cowardice. But he wasn't a coward, and he pulled out his knife and he began to swing back. And Booby, people maybe not had thought that he was a coward, but just even I thought that he was just a player type. Always had his fresh Nikes on, his fresh sweats, brand new t-shirt, little gold chain, walking around the yard, but he was cool. Work out. You see him over here chopping up with his car, with his individuals. He's looking out for all of them. No one had anything bad to say about the man, other than some people may say something because of, again, he has the yard sold up. So some people are not going to like that regardless. But anything legitimate, you really had no gripes with this man. And people were surprised when he pulled out a weapon and began to stab, because they thought that he was just a light-skinned player type. No, he's a man and a gangster as well. A couple of more Crips jumped in, and a couple of more dudes from up north jumped in. And it was a gruesome melee with weapons transpiring. No one was running, and everyone was bloody when they laid the yard down. They took them all out, took them to the hole, and were worried about the aftermath, repercussions, who may attack who next. But really, that was the end of it. I wasn't even sure if it was going to end there, if the Crips would come back after lockdown and attack the up north car because they felt like, I don't know, Booby fought back and Messi fought back with knives and stabbed their people up. Fuck that, we finna go. Or if the up north car is about to attack the Crips, saying, man, y'all attacked the homie. Got the homie off the yard that was taking care of us. Y'all was just mad, hating, and jealous, did some bullshit. Hell no. Nobody really knew. But it turns out everyone just let bygones be bygones. Everyone just agreed that it was something that shouldn't have happened. that Messi was wrong for everything that he was doing, that maybe CeeLo should have waited to just get his stuff. He didn't have to attack, and let's just leave it like that, bro. And they basically left it like that, and the program continued on. But you have to be careful there in prison. When you have dealings with people and you don't have their money up front, typically it's a problem. Don't do it. Stay free, people.